Hey everyone, welcome to today's exciting story time. Ready for a fantastic astronaut adventure? On April 9, 1990, 8-year-old Matono Keishi moved from Jinkan County to Tokyo Elementary School's third grade. Its name remains a mystery in the film. According to the original description, the school lies at the Shibuya-Setagaya border. After school, he passes a shrine with a wooden bench, suggesting Keishi may attend Shibuya Futomi Elementary. In winter 1990, 8-year-old Minori was in third grade in Ishikawa. His mother told him he had to transfer schools next year, which cast a dark cloud over Minori, who was already wary of new environments. On April 8, 1991, 9-year-old Minori transferred from Ishikawa to Tokyo to Keishi's fourth grade. Minori was born in Utsunomiya and had moved all over like a little circus before settling back in Jinkan and Ishikawa, just like Keishi did. Both sets of parents moved for work, with Minori's dad working for an electronics company, whose headquarters is in Remote County. Perhaps this set the stage for their meeting. Minori nervously introduced herself. Classmates found little Yu and Minori odd. Tension filled the room until a boy's voice suddenly broke in. He told her, "Relax, all will be fine." Like a drought-ending raindrop for Minori. So Minori started to grow curious about Keishu, but she didn't know his name. Days passed, and her desire to know this boy's identity grew strong. She used getting acquainted with classmates fast as an excuse to check the roster, discovering the boy's name. Matono Keishu. In their relationship, Minori fell first, though she wanted to approach Keishu. However, in her well-view, boys seemed to be loud, boisterous creatures, and contradicting emotions tangled inside the mind of a 9-year-old. The first conversation probably happened in early May, when Minori went to the library to return some books. However, there were no comic books to be found in the library. All the books in the library were text-based, so Minori was basically the check-in/check-out committee. Coincidentally, Keishu stood there too, their eyes met across the shelves. Minori was nearly smoking with nerves. Seconds later, Keishu spoke first, asking, "Are you Matono Minori?" enabling their first meeting. Minori was surprised that the boy before her had a similar past. Keishu also transferred multiple times. He started in Nagano, then transferred to Mai, and last year moved from Jinkan to Tokyo. While Minori had also studied as transfer students, they had common topics and grew closer. Notably, Keishu moved to areas that were nearly all Japanese aerospace hubs, including Tanegashima, later suggesting his parents may work in aerospace too. Both of them weren't in great health, so they often took days off. Interestingly enough, both Minori and Keishu had been taken by their parents to see a psychologist at some point. Gradually, both fell in love with reading. Keishu loved Lupin III, Minori Sherlock Holmes. From May-September 1991, they basically lived in the library. At first, whatever Keishu read, Minori would follow suit right away. She wanted to dive deeper into Keishu's inner world, and those 3 library cards became real records of their journey. The one on the left is A Wizard of Earthsea by American author Ursula K. Le Guin. She probably finished it by the end of May, and the one in the middle is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. They most likely wrapped it up in June or July, and the boring sequence still followed: boy first, girl second, just like before. Third is Prince Caspian from C.S. Lewis' Narnia series. From this point on, their borrowing order changed, which could very well mark the moment when Keishu wanted to explore Minori's inner world. Later, they indulged in the Sea of Knowledge, exploring The Little Prince, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, The King, and Anne of Green Gables. And also the 20 Faces of the Phantom Thief, which made them become inseparable chums who could talk about anything. This wonderful time lasted a year. On May 15, 1992, Keishu and Minori reached 5th grade, and classmates started teasing them. They started asking when the two would get married, and even someone drew Keishu and Minori on the board, complete with a concept of a wedding umbrella. In Japanese customs, women changed their surname only after marriage, which made the shy and timid Minori anxious when she saw that Keishu was a timid boy too, but this public teasing sparked a fierce protective instinct within him, dashing into the classroom and pulling the helpless Minori away, escaping the storm of classmates. Under everyone's gaze, they held hands for the first. That hand-holding in that situation was bound to elevate the bond to new heights. From that moment on, Minori knew this connection would be a lifetime romance. In early April 1993, they entered 6th grade. Some wonder why not in fall. This is the mystery of Japan's school system. Japan's academic year has 3 semesters, separated by summer, winter, and spring breaks, with summer lasting 1.5 months. Meanwhile, winter and spring breaks are just 2 weeks long, which probably means double the homework. One school day, Minori took Keishu down her. The trail next to Sankoff Bridge Park was just perfect for a tiny car to squeeze through. Catching a glimpse of the cherry blossoms peeking over the wall, the sunshine sprinkled across the road, as if they were walking on a path of flower petals. The sunlight started to dry up the rain-soaked ground, reflecting flower branches in the puddles, with falling petals dancing atop the waters. A sweet pink scent filled the air, and Minori blurted, 5 centimeters per second, leaving Keishu stunned. Perhaps that was her unintentional expression of love. As she continued, when the petals flutter here, it's snowing on the other side of the world. The other side being Brazil. Though they didn't say I love you, the atmosphere was peak romance, especially when Minori suddenly took seemingly fleeing from Keishu, but inside she felt totally at peace, knowing he would always catch up to her at the end of this hill.